everyone, I'm back with another video. I just got back from work not too long ago, so I'm a little worn out, but I had to come and make this video. Now I'm going to talk about the years I was away from YouTube, what happened in those years. So let's get into it. So, I believe I already talked about what happened in 2015 in the last video. You know, I became a virtual assistant intern, and I did that for over a year. 2016 came. I just got hired for a new job. Excuse me. And my brother, was still living in his apartment then. So my brother and his girlfriend got their own place, and I felt confident that I would be able to take over the lease, and I did take over the lease. So it was the first time in my entire life that I've ever lived on my own. So I felt like things were going good. Yeah. And I was happy. But a little after that, things went south. I only lasted at that job for 6 weeks. I was a fundraising / marketing agent, and I did not make a sale, and they let me go because of that. But I was only there for 6 weeks. Yeah. And I was able to pay the August rent with the money I made from that job, but I needed help with the rent I needed help with the rent for 3 straight months, and then I took on another seasonal job just to pay the rent for December. And I needed some help, with that too. So that was kind of so it was an up and down year for me. Obviously the rent, struggling to pay rent, that would be the down. But the up was I got to see my favorite baseball team win a World Series for the first time in 108 years. That's right, I am a Chicago Cubs fan. And it was so exciting. It was so exciting. It was nothing like it. And I wish I could have been there. But I was just happy that they won. And I wish Mama would have been alive to see it. Yeah. But 2017, comes, and I would be behind on my rent for 4 straight months. But the management company who owned the building was willing to work with me as long as I had something to pay towards the rent. So I took on temp service jobs. One temp service didn't work out, and the next one I went to, it started working out, and I barely caught up in May. I barely caught up in June, and then I just got burnt out. in July, and then August comes and I got an eviction notice, and they took me to court, a small court, but I had to leave the property. I agreed to leave the property on a certain day, which was September 19th, which was my 37th birthday. Yeah, worst birthday ever. But right before that, I got an offer to stay with a friend who was, helping, and she was nice enough to help me with the rent when I needed, and needed it when I was, living in that apartment. So after, I had to leave that apartment, I started staying with her, and which was very nice, and I've known her since I first met her at one of the trans groups that I go to. I met her when I started out on my journey, and she's a very nice lady. And I stayed with her for about 9 months, and then I was still working for the temp service. Then I left and bounced around place to place, and yeah. So, but for some reason I thought I would be able to get like one of those like hotel rooms, like no, motel rooms for rent and stay there for a little while, but that didn't work out. I never got that room. But I thought I would, so I was staying. So I went from staying with my brother to staying with another friend to staying with another friend, and then my aunt tells me about this rooming house, and I checked it out, and then I took that room. So I was there for 11 months. So by the time I was there, it changed ownership hands twice. But how I left that place, well, a month before I left that place, things slowed down at the temp service, so I couldn't pay, I needed help paying rent, so I reached out to a friend, and she did nice enough to do a fundraiser, and that goal was met. And the very day that goal was met, I met the new owner, and he told me I had 30 days to get out, to find a place, and he was gonna fix the place the rooming house up, because they had to fix that because it was too old. But he said I can always come back, and no, I'm not coming back. So I tell my friend what happened, and the fundraiser. She readjusted the fundraiser for enough for first month's rent and security deposit on a new apartment. So about a few days before July, I checked out a place that another friend told me about, and it was finished, but it wasn't quite all. There were some things that needed to be worked on. But for the most part, it was finished. I had the money for it. I was set to give it to her, but for some reason she told me to keep it. I thought that was strange. So, so I didn't really think anything. I mean, I wanted that place. I did. So, June 30th comes. It's a rainy day. Me, actually, it was set to rain that day. So me and my other friends, helped pack my stuff, and so I get ready, set to go to my new place, but what I thought was gonna be my new place. I just needed the key to get in. That's why I called the landlord and asked for the key, and she said, "Oh, she said, I'm not coming out in the rain." I said, "Why not? I mean, I told you I have to be out of the house, out of the rooming house by June 30th, which I did tell her that." And she went off and saying, "You can always stay there after. It can't kick you out, but you can always stay there after June 30th. You can stay there after June 30th." I said, "No, I can't." And then things went really crazy, and then so I had to stay. Me and my other friend who was living with me at the time stayed in a motel for a week. And my friend who organized the fundraisers organized one for both of us to stay in a motel and for a week. So, and after that, he ended up staying at my other friend's place, and waited for a few months, and that didn't work out either. So some crazy stuff happened there. To the point where everybody had to get out of there, and so so everybody had to get out. Excuse me, bougie. So at that point, I was like, "What? This is so surreal. I mean, what else could possibly happen?" It was so surreal. So, and I did not know what I was going to do, but someone approached me. We started talking, and he said he had an apartment, which I took, but as I couldn't tell the people in the building that I was living there, otherwise we would both have to leave the apartment. So let's see, how long was it? So from October 2019 to March 2020, I stayed there. But some crazy stuff happened there where I had to leave, and he's like, excuse me. It was some crazy stuff happened where at the point where I felt like that I couldn't live there anymore, because I felt like that if I stayed there, something bad would have happened to me. So I left. I'll expound more on that another time. So I left and ended up, with the help of another good friend, I left, and my voice is giving out, so I'll probably share more in another video. And so yeah, I will share more in another video and bring you up to today. But yeah, my voice is giving out and I am tired, but I just wanted to come on here and share what my life has been like since in between making YouTube videos, like in between the 6 years I was away from YouTube, basically. So thank you all for watching. Thank you. So I'll be back with another video sometime this week. But yeah, I'll find more to expect, to talk about more in a little, few more things that happened between then. And with that, I wish you all good night, and you take care now. Bye.